Hello and welcome to Cricket on Air, a show that goes beyond cricket news and analysis and brings cricket closer to real life. Once again, the three of us, Shri, Himanshu and Deepika, are here to present this one-of-its-kind show called Cricket on Air. On the show today, laugh out loud in our opening round, cracking up, and a cricketing story, a story of World Cup heroes.
You know, Himanshu, am I glad the NatWest series match in which Ganguly took off his shirt and waved it passionately was not a test match?
Why is that?
Think about it. Ganguly waving a white shirt feverishly. Some might have thought Ganguly surrendering the match.
Okay, I have another one. What is the one quality that a fast bowler definitely needs to have to be selected?
Let me take a shot at this. Speed? Maybe agility or fitness?
No, not at all. The correct answer is he should like the taste of leather.
Oh, you mean when he rubs the ball and he licks the ball? That was funny.
Yeah, I remember one more thing. One time in the Pakistan dressing room, everyone was down with severe cold except Kamran Akmal. How did he escape that?
Severe cold, Kamran Akmal, samjha nahi yaar, how?
Well, you have to catch a cold to get it, haven't you? Hey guys, are you sick and tired of the cliche-driven cricket commentary? Listen to some really interesting, innovative and alternative cricket commentary on testmatchsofa.com. It is like sitting with a bunch of friends and having fun commentating on cricket. Visit testmatchsofa.com.
Welcome back, friends. You're listening to the premium radio show on cricket, Cricket on Air. And I'm Deepika, taking you on a wonderful ride of cricketing hero story today on the show. All of you know that when the going gets tough, the tough get going. And seriously, cricket has been the perfect testament for the same. The matches are close, the situations are intense. That's when you see some people really come out into their own element. They excel under this pressure and come up with truly great performance. And what tournament can be more intense than the World Cup? And that too being held in front of crowds that are not just passionate about cricket, they are passionately passionate about it.
I like it, passionately passionate. Anyway, so guys, this show is about the stories of people who performed exceptionally well during the World Cups. What we at Cricket on Air call our World Cup heroes.
So Himanshu, the first one that I have for you is Wasim Akram. Wasim Akram was Javed Miandad's discovery. He was playing in some college tournament when a few selectors saw him. The selectors presented Wasim Akram to Javed Miandad and asked him if he was any good. Javed saw him and immediately recommended that Wasim Akram should play international cricket. Mind you, Akram had not played cricket at a serious level with a regular cricket ball till then. He used to play with a heavy tennis ball, you know. But Miandad was thoroughly impressed.
Hey Shri, what do you think? In one of our matches that we play in a cricket league with the hard tennis ball, a selector would come and pick us up?
Yeah, who knows, an IPL contract might be in the running.
Ooh.
Yeah, right. Okay, stop dreaming. Wasim Akram improved his skills under the watchful eyes of Imran Khan. You know, when I say Wasim Akram and Imran Khan in the same sentence, I have a big smile on my face. I mean, this is too much handsomeness. I'm overflowing with it.
Yeah, Deepika, we can tell. We also see some stars popping out.
Now, are you guys jealous? But let's get back to the show. One of the things these two gentlemen must have surely told him was the importance of performing under pressurizing situations. I really believe that if the more handsome you are, the better you can perform under pressurizing situations.
I'd like to see Brad Pitt playing a match.
Well, he lives in a very stressful situation with Angelina Jolie, who knows?
And that's the reason why we don't play well in crunch situations.
Hey, talk about yourself, man. So, here's how he proved himself, Deepika. In the final of the 92 World Cup, Wasim Akram came up with a sterling performance. He made 33 of just 18 balls with the bat. There was a very good partnership also that was shaping up between Alan Lamb and Neil Fairweather. And Akram, when he came on to ball, with two absolutely magical deliveries, he got Alan Lamb and Chris Lewis out and totally shutting them out of the contest.
And that, friends, makes Wasim Akram Cricket on Air's World Cup hero number 1.
Yay!
Yay! Cheers to Wasim!
It's time for a song now, but when we come back, we'll share our World Cup hero number 2. Welcome back to Cricket on Air, friends. I'm Shri and we are presenting to you the story of World Cup heroes today. Our hero number 2 is Ricky Ponting. Ricky Ponting will go down history as one of Australia's best batsmen. But he had an edgy start to his international career, and it was edgy because some of his off-the-field problems.
Well, let me elaborate, Shri. Ponting had issues with drinking, and he was also a compulsive gambler, which is why he was called punter. I mean, what's a drinker without some bit of gambling, right?
Wow, well, I really don't see that as a big deal, guys, because I think that some people who are really geniuses have an attitude, and some of these vices can actually be nurtured or harnessed into something more positive. And that's what I think happened in Ponting's case. But really, मुझे ऐसा लगा कि he got the name punter from one of his visits to Mumbai.
Arey Deepika, you make him sound as if he was Amitabh Bachchan from the film Sholay. Remember when he goes to meet Mausi and talks about Dharmendra? Arey Mausi, अभी दोस्तों के साथ जाएगा तो शराब थोड़ी पी ही लेगा. Not just the drinking, like अरे मौसी थोड़ी शराब पिएगा तो थोड़ा जुआ खेल ही लेगा.
So drinking and gambling are married to each other, I guess.
Yeah, so maybe Ponting got his name punter when he visited Mumbai and saw Sholay.
Yep, that's a fascinating connection, Shri. Anyway, coming back to Ponting again, at one point in 1999, Ponting was actually dropped from the Australian team. He never had a settled position in the team. His confidence was fragile after a wretched season. He was gambling more than he should and drinking too much. There was a feeling that he had risen too fast and that the team management could not keep protecting him from his worst excesses.
Well, there's also a story that on one Sunday night he went to some bar and was found drinking excessively. And later he was found stumbling out of the bar with 1.5 black eye, so he probably got into some fist fight.
What's 1.5 black eye? How do you get 1.5 black eye, guys?
You know what, Himanshu? Let me show it to you.
Whoa!
Dude, it was supposed to be 1.5. For a man who was in such dire straits, he did remarkably well in the next few years. Not only did he do well, he actually went on to become the captain of the Australian team.
Yes, and he was the captain of the Australian team during the 2003 World Cup. They were playing against India in the finals. I still remember that. Quite a horror scene, actually, for me being an Indian supporter. Ponting chose to save his best for that match. In an absolutely classy show, he scored an awesome 140 of just 121 balls and bulldozed the Indians out of the World Cup.
I can sum up Ponting's remarkable rise to fame with one apt one-liner. He had an amazing recovery, like the recovery from rehab. And this amazing recovery earns Ponting the Cricket on Air badge of World Cup hero number 2. Well deserved, Ponting!
Yay!
Welcome to Cricket on Air. This is your host Deepika, and since the World Cup is currently in full swing, we're talking about the story of World Cup heroes. Guys, one person who comes to my mind is the Indian all-rounder Mohinder Amarnath, popularly known as Jimmy Amarnath. Jimmy Amarnath is our World Cup hero number 3 for playing the way he played during the 1983 World Cup and being himself.
And before we talk about that, let's go back a bit in history. Jimmy came from an illustrious cricket family. His father, Lala Amarnath, was one of India's greatest captains.
You know, Himanshu, he was also the first Indian captain which was post-independence.
Wow, that's pretty amazing. Well, Jimmy started his career in 1969 as a medium-pace bowler, but soon he made batting his main forte.
You know, 1969?
Oh, Deepika, are you referring to the 69 period, like the Bryan Adams summer of 69 period?
The best time of my life was back in the summer of 69.
Okay. In an era where batsmen didn't have protective gear, Jimmy showed the world what grit and determination were all about. Realizing that he wasn't doing too well against the short pitch balls, Amarnath just decided to take the blows on his body.
Ouch.
Wow. Well, that sounds a little painful, but so much so that in 1979 he fractured his skull in one such blow. He was out of international cricket for 3 years, so I'm not sure if it was a smart thing to do. But when he came back, like all champions, he came back with a bang.
Awesome. And in the 83 World Cup, he was India's trump card. He batted well and also bowled his in-swingers to get wickets at crucial moments. In a low-scoring final, he scored 26 important runs and also took 3 wickets. Quite an all-round performance here. For this important contribution, he was awarded the man of the match in the finals. Well done, Jimmy. All of India is proud of you. And so is the Cricket On Air team for bestowing Jimmy Amarnath with our World Cup Hero number 3 badge.
Yay!
Yay!
Welcome back, friends. This is your host Himanshu taking you through the story of World Cup heroes. We continue our story with our hero number 4, Aravinda De Silva.
Aravinda De Silva was regarded as a dashing but irresponsible player when he started his international cricket.
Irresponsible? Why so, Shri?
He had the knack of, trying to hit every ball for 4 or 6, and in the process he would get out playing some irresponsible, stupid shots when the situation didn't really demand it. In fact, he was dubbed the Mad Max for his daring approach and the unquenchable urge to dominate the bowling.
Wow, sounds like a very domineering guy to me. But he was selected to play for the English County Kent in the mid-90s. And then his game changed. He learned a lot about cricket and how it is played. And of course, with so much cricket being played, he became a thorough professional. So not so irresponsible anymore.
Well, we all get mature with age. What do you say, guys?
Or with experience, in some people's case, Himanshu.
Alright. And then came the 1996 World Cup. He played a match-winning innings of 66 in the semi-final against India. The same match where crowd trouble in Eden Gardens meant that India's game had to be forfeited. Well, then came the final. He first got 3 Aussie wickets for just 42 runs. And then, to follow it up, he played a stunning innings of 107. Partnering with Ranatunga, they took Sri Lanka to victory in the World Cup.
For a man who was called irresponsible, this is what Aravinda De Silva had to say when he won the Man of the Match award for the 1996 World Cup final.
Aravinda, well done. Congratulations, that's a fabulous innings.
Thanks very much, Ian. Thanks.
And some wickets to go with it. It's been a really memorable match for you.
Yeah, I think the boys who worked really hard right through the tournament, and I think it was my duty this time for the seniors to perform because it was an important game, finals, and I think the seniors took their responsibility to the shoulders and performed very well, and the boys deserved a good win.
And that, my friends, puts Aravinda De Silva in the top shelf amongst the best of the best and our deserved winner of the World Cup Heroes badge.
Yay!
Welcome back, friends. This is your host Shri, and in today's show we have chosen Cricket On Air's World Cup heroes: Wasim Akram, Ricky Ponting, Mohinder Amarnath and Aravinda De Silva. But no story would be complete without a mention of heroes who go unnoticed or unmentioned, So in this segment of our show, we'll devote our time to some unsung heroes of World Cups.
What tree would be an example of an unsung hero?
Unsung heroes are basically people who did really well, who helped their teams go to a reasonable position in the World Cup, but couldn't quite really make it till the end.
Right, and true to that definition, one of the unsung heroes I remember is Lance Klusener.
Exactly.
A childhood spent among Zulu children on a sugarcane farm and 3 years in the army contributed to a straightforward approach to his bowling. He hit the batsman's head if you can't hit his stumps.
Wow,
That's it.
That's a good strategy.
Like,
Reminds me of the Sehwag thing, right?
do or die.
See the ball, hit the ball.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, so Lance Klusener started off as a fast bowler. He batted at number 11 position. His international cricket started on a pretty bad note, actually, guys.
Right.
His very first test match, Azharuddin hammered him all over the ground.
Yeah, I remember him. He hit him for like 5 fours in 1 over.
Right. And at that time, that was a big deal.
But hey, guys. But Hansi Cronje had faith in his ability, guys. He promoted him to bat at number 3 in some of the matches. And if you know that number 3 is a very critical position. So
yes,
by
of course.
1999, he had played a few very crucial innings and was also a very good bowler by then. One of the most respected all-rounders. And one of the things I really found fascinating about that is that in every match for South Africa, he was coming in to bat at the end of the innings and was scoring some really big runs, which becomes very crucial to victory at some of these, matches. And it was unfortunate incidents that he wasn't able to contribute to South Africa's win in the semis
Another hero I remember of, guys, is Martin Crowe. Martin Crowe started his cricket at an early age of 5 with his elder brother Jeff. The start was quite funny. His brother Jeff was the captain of an under-9 cricket team.
Wow, they do that?
Yeah, they have that in New Zealand apparently. And in one of those matches, they just had 10 players and they required one more player to make a team of 11. So Jeff asked Martin Crowe to join in the team. Martin Crowe joined the team, but he says that the pads were so big that when he went out to bat, he just kept on falling.
What do you expect from a 9-year-old kid to wear those pads?
Yeah, I'm just happy that he was wearing pads being a 9-year-old.
Seriously. Well, moving on, he was 19 when he started and he was thrown in the deep end of the pool to face Dennis Lillee and Jeff Thompson. And he was humiliated, but he came into his own and he was made the captain subsequently. Many believe that New Zealand was the strongest team in 1992 and they were playing like one.
You know, Martin Crowe did get an awesome 100 in their match against Australia. He was brilliant in his performance. And it's quite unfortunate that New Zealand lost to Pakistan in the semis in the World Cup.
But I think Martin Crowe made his mark. I think everyone who saw the 1992 World Cup regarded him as one of the best players in that tournament.
You know, he might be an unsung hero, Sri, but he's a hero in my mind because he was really, really handsome.
Oh my God, there we go again.
You know, I think Deepika, you should have a dream team with Martin Crowe, Wasim Akram, Imran Khan. And
Yeah, the Dream D team.
Yeah.
In which all the handsome hunks get a spot. Though that will be my way of celebrating my heroes. Welcome back, friends. This is your host Deepika on America's premium cricket show, Cricket on Air. Guys, the World Cup is happening and the heat is on. Who do you think will be the World Cup hero this time? Okay, Sri, I'll start with you. Any takes?
The only player who will be the World Cup hero this time will be Sachin Ramesh Tendulkar. He is absolutely awesome. He's played some amazing innings. He's had some awesome World Cups. He was the highest run scorer in the 96 World Cup, in 2003 World Cup, in 99 also he was like among the top 3. So he plays really well when it comes down to World Cups. This is going to be probably his last World Cup, so I'm sure this will be Sachin's World Cup 100%.
Sri, an ardent fan, an ardent die-hard fan of Sachin Tendulkar. I just hope that he can take the World Cup home with him this time. That would really make him a hero. Alright, Himanshu, what's your take on the World Cup hero?
My World Cup hero for this tournament, guys, is going to be the one and only Dale Steyn from South Africa. I love the fire with which he bowls. You know, when he comes from his run-up, charging down at the batsman, he is all fire and glory. And I can bet you, with the way the South Africans are playing in this World Cup, Dale Steyn is going to make a mark. He's not very much behind from the leading wicket takers, mind you. And, you know, agreed that we are playing on spin-friendly pitches and spinners have an edge. But still, the mark of a great fast bowler is, regardless of the pitch, he still comes out shining.
Okay, now, since
How about you, Deepika?
Oh, you don't even have to ask, I'll answer that question myself. And the question's answer is Shahid Afridi. So, guys, here's my tagline for him. Be Afridi. Be very Afridi. Ooh. I think he's a fabulous all-rounder. He is a great batsman and a spinner, and that makes him and he's got this edge about him, like he falls into that category of a guy who has an attitude, and I think that he's my hero for the World Cup. So definitely I'm voting for him. Hooting for him.
Deepika, by meaning that he is your top player, do you also mean it because he lives, breathes and also eats cricket?
Yes, I like attitude, you know that, Himanshu.
Come on, man. Eating cricket in front of cameras, not a good thing.
So, cool. That was our story of World Cup heroes for you, friends. We hope you enjoyed it. We had an absolute blast bringing you this show, and we had a great time. It was a rainy afternoon, but we had a great time. Feel free to connect with us from our Facebook page, facebook.com/cricketonair.
You can also send us emails at feedback@cricketonair.com.
Alright guys, we'll be back with another exciting episode of Cricket on Air. Same time, next week, right here on Cricket on Air.